give you my presentation. Today, I'm going to tell you about what librarians do. I'd like to ask something before I begin. Have you ever been to a library?
Yes!
Although I don't have a pink strap, I'm a real librarian. I enjoyed reading books and spending days in a library rather than hanging out with my friends. And I used to imagine myself as a librarian, thinking, what it would be like. So when I thought about what major to choose, I wanted to study something that was related to literature as my major. I majored in library and information science. After I graduated from university, I worked at a public library and archive. I loved my job at first because I was able to do what I had always wanted to. But it didn't take me too long to be confronted with some prejudices about my job. It's because most people don't know that much about what librarians do. It's been believed that librarians have a nice and comfortable working environment, but that's not true. When I worked at a public library, I spent more time standing than sitting. And I didn't have enough time to read one book a month. So I'm gonna tell you some misconceptions about my job. I hope you get to know a little more about librarians through my presentation. First, I realized after I became a librarian that I could hardly ever sit down and there was no peace and quiet. Public libraries are far from a peaceful atmosphere. Public library is literally a public place, so anyone can come. There are always a lot of noisy kids, angry patrons, and even homeless people. Second, actually some librarians never deal with this. I barely touched the book when I worked at an archive. I usually dealt with non-book materials like pictures, DVDs, and CDs. Librarians don't deal with only books. You can find them in many places, such as university, law offices, and museums, which is why librarians are people who deal with information. You will see them anywhere people need information. Last, a library is still a useful place, but most people think libraries are soon going to become useless, and it's tough to buy these kinds of ideas, but I don't think so. Libraries are more important than ever in the world. Library is where people can visit to access information regardless of their social class. Also, you can stay there all day even though you don't buy a cup of coffee. How about going to the library this weekend? Thank you for listening.